Hello again, guys. This is part 3 of the 5150 rebuild series. As you can see on the screen, there's a low level, I believe, that is starting to happen. Let me move the camera for you guys. Here we are. This is the drive that is currently working. With my hand on it, I can sort of what feels like the head going. It's sure a noisy machine, but low levels take a while. And we'll come back once it does something that I can report. Okay, so the first part of this entire video was my mistake. A brief explanation on how MF drives are identified on a cable. This controller can have 2 drives. This little cable here needs 1 independent cable for each drive, I believe, and it needs this bigger cable, which the cable I have has a twisted part in it, much like a floppy cable, but the twist is in a different position than on a floppy cable. If the cable has a twist, it means for both drives to be on the, well, drive 2. The second drive in the chain, be that either drive 1 when a drive 0 is present. Yes, either drive 1 when the drive 0 is present, or drive 2 when it's drive 1, 2, and so on. This twist switches the second drive into first drive on the way of signaling, and the straight cable leaves the drive the same. The trouble I was running into was this drive was set as drive 1 or drive 0 and was on the twist, which was confusing the controller. When I connected the drive to the non-twisted part of this cable, it fired up and was recognized by the system. But there is this shunt block right here that controls the drive ID. Now, I'm going to unplug this and get this closer to the camera so you all can see it better. Yes, right here. If you notice these set of pins here, if those pins that are currently not occupied are shorted, the drive is the first drive on the chain. This shunt was meant to be moved back 1. Notice it's 1 pin, 1 pin shorter than the block it's on. I just moved that back. It's now, if you notice, there's 1 short there. It's now shorting the second pin back, which identifies this drive as drive 2. So now I can use the twisted part of this cable and the drive recognizes just fine. Sorry about the noise. I'm putting this in the slot in the case here. Then we will connect it. Get my head down here. Plug the big cable in. Plug the little cable in, paying mind to the polarity, which we go. And then we'll plug power to the drive. There we go. Okay. Now we'll turn the drive on and we'll see if he still boots after being moved around so much. All right, I have you pointed right at the front of the machine and where you can see the screen. Reach over here and we'll turn the machine on. As it beeps into life. That's just the screen warming up. We have a blinking cursor. See the light flashing as it boots there. It's from a version of DOS. Apparently it's a compact OEM version, but it works just fine. I wanted you all to see the little LED on the drive. Okay, let's turn this off. You hear a little click as the drive auto parks. The screen goes into no signal mode. And now I'm going to get a drive testing program together and make sure this drive works as well as I think it does. I mean, it is just about 40 years old at this point. It wouldn't surprise me if it had errors. But we're going to test it. And try to break it in an attempt to make sure that it works. Okay. All right. I have the GoTech set up here. I have some drive testing and such software on a drive image on this USB stick. This GoTech will work with flash floppy. Will work on this level of machine as long as the drive images are of an appropriate size. Like for instance, 360K drive images for this machine. We'll power him on again. He's going to get noisy. Backed out the USB so that it boots off the hard drive. I'm going to move you guys so you can see the screen. and my wonderful lit up wall. Let's kill that light distortion. There we go. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, let's access the A drive. Put the USB back in here. Maybe. There it goes. Put it on the right image. Make sure it reads. Looks like it does. We're going to try the HD test. Enter unit number. We're going to say 0. It's running the test now. The drive is clicking away. I'll lean in closer so you... It's a little bit squeaky. Average track-to-track access time 17.95 milliseconds. Average random and track-to-track access time it's measuring now. .32 milliseconds. Average random access time it's testing now. That's that's a lot quieter than I expected, but makes some neat squeaky noises. .94 milliseconds. This drive is an old timer. It definitely needs a winding up. I'm not sure what that means. Kind of funny though. Let's quit. Let's see what HD motion has to do, or what it has to offer. Nothing. It just froze. Even the flash floppy isn't doing a thing. Let's give it the 3-finger salute and see what happens. Reboots like it's supposed to. I'm gonna pop this out of the GoTech to make sure it boots. This drive is certainly an old timer. But it booted just fine. Let's go back to where we were. We'll try spin right. There we go. Got kind of a snake thing going there. Graph of some sort? I don't know. Gibson Research Corporation. I don't know if you can see that on the screen. It looks like, you can definitely see it now. Maybe trying to symbolize a spinning disc, and the graph is symbolizing the data being read from it. Oh, that's just neat. Press any key to begin. World-class mass storage, data recovery, and maintenance. World-class, my goodness. SpinRite is the industry standard system for hard and floppy disk care, maintenance, and data recovery. SpinRite utilizes deep analysis technology to recover lost and unreadable data, to locate and unlock safe areas from use, to move endangered data to safety, and to repair areas of the drive which have become damaged or bad through use. SpinRite should be reused periodically to aid in the prevention of hard disk data loss. Interesting. Copyrighted commercial software. Okay. Copyright 1998. Please stop. If you encounter problems or SpinRite does not detect all of the system drives, please try a clean, well, just try a clean reboot. We will press J to continue. One moment, please. Working, blinking at the bottom there. It's probably trying to detect all of the drives on this system, but this system is rather old and consequently rather slow. It's a trooper though. I don't know, is this frozen? It did have that message about if there are any hangs or errors to start from a fresh reboot. So we will give it that. We're gonna power him off. All right. Take the USB out of the GoTech. Power him back on. There we go. Video card BIOS. And now the blinking cursor. All right. There it goes. Go back to where we were. I'll try HD motion this time. And it froze. We'll give it another shot. There it goes, beeping at us. All right, here we are again. Let's try spin right one more time. Okay, we can get past that whole loading screen. we're on a clean reboot. And we're back at this screen.